How's it everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Sanctum Gamer here. We're back once again in Scattered Island, and honestly after last week's video of trying to fix a whole bunch of stuff, I am itching to start building, and that's what I want to do today. Looking at the city, the vast majority of the big problems that we had in the last video are almost all gone. I mean, there's still trash that cars, or that the recycling plants, or what am I saying? That the garbage trucks need to get to. I think I still got a few places of traffic pile up like over here, but it's still clearing itself out, so that is good. And the only real problems that we have still are the high rent indicators. A lot of the crime stuff is also going down. I see there are a couple more, but I think in time as the simulation runs, it should die itself out. I haven't really played much since I fixed a whole lot of those issues, so all of this should die down. Today I'm going all the way back to Tyranno Point, and I need to get this city to the point where it is actually built up, because this is really what I want to do. I want to build. I must be honest, all this problem fixing stuff, it's not really my cup of tea. It's not something I get excited to do, so if I can avoid it, I will definitely avoid it. And I think in time when all of the mods come out, I will use that to sort all of this out, because my passion for the game is about building up the city, not really problem solving. But you know, until such time as I can kick things like that to the curb, I am going to make the best of it. And I'm sure there are mods out there that can help me out with some of these things, but I'm just too lazy to look for them. So all right, so looking at this, a lot of the big buildings are getting abandoned, and the main reasons why they're getting abandoned is because, so for this specific one, it's unreliable healthcare, unreliable internet, and I think those are two things that we can sort out fairly easily. We've got this one over here. Its unhappiness reason is same thing, unreliable healthcare, no internet, and I think the vast majority of them are all complaining about the same thing. Cool, so that's something that we should be able to resolve today. But based on the lessons learned from what was happening over there, what I want to do is I want to convert this road, or at least all the roads that have the tram tracks on it, into the 4-lane avenue one. So I'm gonna change all of them from this to that, and I think that should future-proof the roads quite a bit. And I think having a nice big avenue that sort of cuts through the core of the town will make sense. It will look good. And then the one here along the river, we're going to convert this one also into the 4-lane avenue. And then once we have all of that done, I am gonna jump into zoning and see how much of this town we can build up in this video. I'm hoping I can fill out all of this space. It's not very likely, but I am gonna give it a good shot. All right, so starting from here, we're gonna convert pretty much all of this into the avenue, and then yeah, a couple of things are probably gonna have to shift around, but let's see what we can do about making all of this work out. Alright, so I need to shift out the school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse this, let it face this road. We'll remove this road, and then we can then shift everything up, hopefully by a little bit. Yeah, let's see how that goes. we've done enough. I had to use anarchy to get some of those areas correct, but it's all good. I think we've upgraded the vast majority of the roads. Oh, I still got a little bit to do over here. Let me just quickly fix up the space. Okay, these are not perfect distances, but you know what? It's fine. Look at that. Oh. Let me fix this, and we'll be back. It's not exactly the same as it was before, but it will work. It's all balanced out, and that's the most important thing. All right, so let's take stock. Our 4-lane avenue is basically complete. I've got this place connected up, but I don't think I like it. I think I want this to be a straight connection. I think a straight connection will be better here. Let me fix that now before I forget. All right, I think that's a bit of a better connection, and that will connect up to that area. And this will probably be the only avenue that we'll have here. It will probably go along and, I don't know, terminate somewhere around here with the trams. So cool. So we've got a nice big road now where we can keep the trams running. I'm very happy with that. What I want to do now is just get a couple of the services in, and then I think once those services are in, we should be in a better position to start zoning. I want to fix up this place a bit as well. I mean, we did have a road here which is now gone, so I think what I'll do is I'll just convert this place into maybe office buildings along this road, and that should hopefully help provide a couple of jobs and stuff for this area. But first, let me get a clinic in, and I think I'll put the clinic. I like this hill coming up here, but I don't think I want the clinic on the main avenue. So instead, I think I'll bring it down to this space. Let us sit over here, and I think that should be fine. Let's get it in. There's a new icon I've never seen before. No medical supplies. The building has run out of medical supplies and is running lower in efficiency. I'm hoping that these are going to get delivered by the trucks, right? Delivery vehicle, it doesn't say where it's going, but it's clearly not going there. But I really hope these are going to get delivered in time, because I have no idea how to resolve that. So we'll keep an eye on it and we'll see how that turns out. I want to upgrade this now. I remember that the last video I had to shift this out a bit and get the police station in. That gives me this little space here where I can upgrade it to have this disaster response unit, and hopefully that should start helping out with collapsed buildings and stuff of the like. I hope. We shall see. Buildings like these that have been abandoned, I'll just delete them and hopefully get them growing back in time or by themselves. I think there we go. Okay, cool. So that should start growing. All right, oh yes, here we go. Let me go ahead and fill this place in. Like I said, I'm going to convert this into offices, and then we can really begin the massive expansion that I was planning for this video. All right, for whatever reason, all of my commercial has died out. Jeepers. Anyways, I will figure it out. I'm gonna just let things keep running. But what I want to do is just one last thing is I want to get a, where is it? A communication tower in here. I think this will be useful, but I think I want to get it just a little way away off the road. I don't want to bring a road off of here. So let's see if we can get it to the point where it, come on, recognizes the road. There it is. So it's roughly one tile away. So that should give me some communication in this area. And then what are the other things these people were complaining about? Communication, unreliable healthcare. Ooh, you know what? We could plonk down a post office as well, right over here. And I think this will be well placed to have a post office right over here. I think that should work out nicely. Yeah. And now the people have one less thing to complain about, I hope. So I think let me get a thing behind it quickly. So if I grab the land, I just want to expand out the land just a bit so that we can get as much of the upgrade in, because I think after this we're probably not going to put another post office in this town. At least I do not foresee myself putting another one in this town. So let's get that one down. And this is the increased space for more vehicles. So this is the garage. So I think if I can have the garage right here, this is additional mail storage. So I can have that over there. I think that's quite all right. It's a nice big building. It's got it looks a kind of way. Let's detail around this place quickly. All right, nice big post office with some small development around it. Let's let this area grow out, and then we shall continue. So as that area continues to grow, I thought I would look at some of these buildings that are still getting abandoned to try and understand why. So pretty much everything is up in the positives now. Walking distances to school, reliable internet service. So everything is actually green. So I'm going to assume these were probably houses and stuff that got abandoned before I made those changes. So great. So all is looking good. I'm going to clear these out. I'm going to let them grow back, and hopefully they should hopefully stop complaining. All right, cool. So as the place starts developing out, I'm going to actually, you know what? All the cars coming into this town are going down this road, right? So what I want to do is that I would like to connect this up to this side of the world, but I'm not really sure how. All right, so what I'll do now is I think let me go ahead and upgrade this also to the 4-laner all the way, maybe up until somewhere around here, and then we can end off this road over here, and I think that should be good. So the avenue coming into the city is nice and big, and then over here is basically where we end everything out, and we'll work out how we go ahead and connect it up to stuff on this side. Right now, this is the only way into the city. It's fine. It's not the end of the world. It's doing its job. So let me get zoning. I think I'm gonna focus on expanding out on the residential areas around here a little bit, close the gap between this and the elementary school, and then we will take it from there. Alrighty. Let's zone. another signature building, the Theatre Actor Mansion. Nice. It will form part of our nice, what's the word, upmarket area that we will build for the rich and famous. Let's continue with our zoning. We're actually almost done. Okay, I finally got some commercial demand back, and so I decided to stick in the commercials in the areas that I was planning to stick down the commercials. I tried this surface. I didn't know what type of surface it was, but I don't think I like the way it looks, but it looks like I cannot delete it. And I am not 100% sure how to go about getting rid of that. So if anybody knows how to get rid of this, please let me know. This is landfill area, so it's clearly not the one. I have no idea. It says drag. Oh, if I drag it into a... Oh, no, that's connected. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I guess if I... Ah, there we go. Alrighty, I figured that out. Yay. So let's just take a look at where we are at. So we've zoned in all of this area. So the residential area is growing, and it's growing quite rapidly, which is what I like to see. And so, yeah, we are making progress. I was thinking of trying out the little detailing with the, what's this thing, using, what is this thing called again? This thing, the add object, whatever it's called, to see if I can do some minor detailing around. But again, I'm still trying to shy away from that for now, and then maybe a little bit later. So we've got quite a bit of planned housing that's taking place here. I think over here, I'm going to make it less planned. We'll have a bit more planned here, and I think less planned around, and mix them in as much as I possibly can. By the way, this residential demand that, not residential, commercial demand that completely vanished. If anybody knows why that happened, why it is that my commercial was just on 0 and all of a sudden it's spiked right back up to full, do let me know, as I would really love to know why in the world it just died and now it has come back again. I thought it was because of all the residences that I've been zoning. Maybe that is the case. If it is, great. If not, and there are other factors that are influencing it, definitely leave a comment below. I'll appreciate that very much. So before I continue all the zoning, I thought I would go ahead and plonk down one of these welfare offices. I think this is something that I'm going to use a little bit more of, even around here, you know, whilst I can. And because if I do not plonk these down, I'm going to zone all over the place and will not have any space for it. As you can see, I did not plan to have one in this area, but ooh, what a perfect fit. You know what? This is too perfect a fit to not have it right there. Look at that. Fits snugly. So we get 2 welfare officers in the town. Hopefully that should help with our citizens' well-being. I love it. I'm loving it. And also, I thought I'll start playing around with just plonking an industrial area here and there. See how all of that goes. See if people here are going to complain. Hopefully not. Not a lot of noise, ground, or air pollution. So that is looking good. All right, let's get this area zoned in with a little more of the not so planned housing. so we've built this little area out. So this is probably one of the older neighborhoods, and so it's much greener. It's got different types of housing built in a time when building regulations were not really a thing, and they were not really planning out what they were doing, and so on. And I think from this point on, that's the type of residential areas that we're going to have, more of the unplanned older neighborhood styles, whilst over here we'll probably have one or two more of the planned stuff. It's nice to see no buildings are despawning anymore. Everybody is happy, with the exception of a little bit of noise pollution in this area. But now that I have all the services in place, they are good, except for this one chap who wants to complain about high crime rate. Even though I do have a police station, and it should be covering the majority of the entire landscape. I suspect the high crime rate is probably from over there, which is just going nuts. So it seems like I still have problems in that town, and I am so over it. I'm not in the mood to fix more problems. So we're just gonna keep expanding here, and we'll find another time to go and sort out the main city with all the little issues that it has over there. Cool. So we are looking good. We are making progress. We're gonna fill out probably this area and then the rest of the space. And I think if I can zone in the vast majority of this area today, I'll consider this a win. And then we'll do the harbor and stuff probably for the next video, because I'm still not 100% sure if I want this place to just remain industrial, or because I've got a marina here, rather make it some kind of an entertainment area or something, but basically build more of the residences to let it come off as hotels and the like. So let me know what you think I should put in and around in this area. If not the industry, then we'll probably end up shifting the industry out to somewhere in this vicinity. But I do want to keep a little bit of industry around this town. But so far so good. Let us continue. I think we're probably going to just cross the road and start this side, and then work our way all the way to about there if we can. Okie dokie. We have made a ton of progress. Man, the amount of trees in this place just reminds me of my own neighborhood. Like, my own neighborhood is an old neighborhood and it's just got trees everywhere, and it's definitely the source of inspiration for this entire area. Oh, we have zoned. Like, look at that. We filled out almost all of this area and I'm on track to meet my target for the video. Cool. So where are we? So we've got more of the old style neighborhoods with mixed sizes in the houses. I've tried to mix up commercial along most of the main streets, so that's where all the commercial sits, along with a couple of slightly higher rise buildings. I think a couple of them are a little bit out of place, like this one seems out of place to me. So this is one of those places I think I'll come in and we'll get rid of all of these. I do want to keep it medium density, I think. Yeah, to sort of keep in line with these ones that are here. So over here, we'll just convert all of this into the low density, medium density row houses. I think this will fit in here perfectly fine. I think that works, and let that grow out. We'll see what that looks like. I think I'm happy to leave this here because of the welfare building. So this welfare building has a little bit of height, so it's okay that we have a little bit of height over here as well. I'm not sold on these two. I think these two are overkill, so I'm going to get rid of these ones and that one as well. And I think I'm going to actually replace it with just 2 large family homes and maybe 1 large one over here. And I think that should fit in a lot better with the overall look of the area. All right, so this is where we are at. We've almost got an entire town, up and running. I zone so much that my low density and medium density is almost all but run out. Ooh, isn't that something? So yeah, I think this is looking good. I'm considering plopping down a little bit of industry, maybe in this corner here. But what I do want to take note of is things like my unemployment, which is starting to go up again because I'm starting to have more and more people. But overall, I'm liking the way things are shaping up. We're having fewer and fewer problems in this city. It doesn't look like there are too many complaints from the residents other than the odd high rent or two. And I'm actually surprised that these chaps are complaining about high rent. Why in the world they're complaining, I have no idea. But yeah, I think it's looking good. This road, I think I'm going to go ahead and give it back its parking, right? Where's the parking? Is this wide sidewalk, crosswalk? Let's just remove, I think you just remove the trees and that gives it the parking. So we can have vehicles park on this. That is perfectly fine. Maybe even around the college. I think I might have been a bit too eager putting trees all around here because we already have so many trees in most of the city anyway. So let's get rid of the trees. Let's allow cars to park on these roads. I think that will give the city a little bit more life because right now it does look a little bit boring. I think also because I've used the avenue roads instead of these ones, so that you don't see a lot of cars just parked around. So we get rid of that. Let's get a couple of cars parking in, and then I think that will make everything look a lot better. Since putting down all of these, not amenities, man, services, no building here is despawning. Nobody's complaining about anything, which is very, very good. Other than that one chappy complaining about noise pollution. But yeah, otherwise everything is looking good. I think I am learning more and more about the game, so I'm learning to balance things out a little bit better. What is missing right now though is that I do need a lot more office and industry to cater for the rise in all of the population. So what I'm going to do is that over here, I think I'm going to convert this whole area. I'll change my plans and make this whole area an office park, and then we'll have a lot of commercial along the train station here, and then I think we'll be nearing the end of this video. Alrighty, let's get things in. Alright, I think it's time for me to slow down a bit because I am running out of medium density demand, and I think it's time I let things play themselves out a little bit longer before I continue the zoning. I think in the meantime, whilst we wait, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to connect up the train lines. I think if I can have one from the downtown area here all the way to Tyranno Point, I think that would be great. So let's pull this up. Let's get into the trains and let's see if we can set up a passenger rail, a passenger line from here. Is this not active? Oh, it is. Where is it? There it is. Okay, let's go. A nice long route that connects all of the stations. Ooh, I want to... You know what? On second thoughts, let's do this. Because what I had originally said was I was going to let it have an exchange point here. And I don't have the line connected. So let me connect up the line over here so that it has a way onto this side. And then I'll connect up there in this industrial area. So people going between the two cities, they can exchange here for now. And then we'll think about whether or not to actually connect up everything to the city at a later stage. Right, so that is connected. Hopefully that means I should see some trains shooting out from either this rail yard or this one to start. There we go, there it comes. So we should now have some trains that should pop out to start covering the route between here and the industrial zone. Alrighty, things are looking alright. What's condemned? This building is in the wrong zone type, but you are the one who's building it. What is supposed to be here? Okay, it's still building. Alrighty, cool. So that is building out. It's building out nicely. Everything is shaping up fairly nicely. Wow, I feel like we've built an entire town in just one video. This has been a lot. It's been a lot of zoning, just zoning galore. What I do want to do though is that I really want to close off this area and this area before we call it an episode. I think if we can finish off that area, then we will basically consider the vast majority of this town all but done. Alrighty. I'm going to consider this place basically done. We've got an accident here. And they have recovered. Okay then, that's fine. Alright, so we've filled out all of the space. I'm going to leave this area. I think I will tackle this in the next or in the upcoming videos. But for now, the core of the town is done. It's just a giant residential and commercial and office and everything just being put together to create a new town, have it functional. This is what I had hoped the first episode or the first video in which I started the zoning was going to turn out to be like, but unfortunately it did not. But that's all right. We are there now. It's all good. I think one thing that I do want to do though is that I want to upgrade this road into a 4-laner one so that we have a little bit more capacity for all the vehicles that are coming up and down here. Since I haven't connected anything else up at the moment, I think it'll be worthwhile to do that just so that we have traffic flowing. Let me just upgrade this quickly and then we will, I guess, see ourselves out of here. All right, cool. That is all upgraded. We now have 2 lanes coming in, 2 lanes going out. Just as you start leaving, ooh, what are all of these? Oh, these are post vans. Oh, wow, that's a lot of them. All in a row, just like that. And I'm hoping with these vehicles, they just keep stopping, saying they're going to repair the roads, that cars can now find their way around them and go now that they have more options. That is my hope. Now, I do need to connect up things to this side so that I can divert a bit of the traffic down this way. But that is something that I think I will leave for the next video. To be honest, I don't know if I want to connect this road to this road because I want this road to find its own way here in some way, shape or form. And I want this one to also find its way into this area in some way, shape or form. But for now, I think, people, this is good progress. We've zoned in a lot of the town. It is growing quite nicely. It is currently sitting at 2,509 household with a population of 3,544, which is a lovely growth. I think we've made good progress. I'm guessing that's the number of pets over there, 634. And I think overall, everything is looking good. I think it's fitting in nicely with the expansion from here coming in this direction, and I can't wait to just blend all of it together. I have no idea how I'm going to do that, but I cannot wait. It's a challenge that I look forward to, no doubt. All right, everybody, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like the way the town is shaping up. And as usual, if there are things you would like to see in the town, in the build, do leave them in the comments. And whichever ones that I can get to, I most certainly will. You know what I think I'm going to do before we outro? I'm thinking that we're going to have a live stream where whoever is on stream that knows how we can resolve a lot of these problems, perhaps you can help me out. So this video is going to go out on Friday. So Saturday, tomorrow, if you're catching this on the Friday, the very next day over on my Twitch channel, I will put the link is in the description, Twitch/Sanctum Gamer, whatever it's called. Join me tomorrow, like probably about 24 hours from now. Yeah, I think a bit more than that. Anyways, head over to my Twitch channel, subscribe to the channel so that once I go live, you will know. And let's try and see if we can sort out the problems that we're experiencing in the city. I think that's going to be a nice interactive session that we're going to have over there. Otherwise, thank you all so much. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you've been here a while and you haven't hit the subscribe button already, give it a smash. Turn on notifications so that you do not miss a single video going forward. Big thanks to all of my patrons and YouTube members. Your extra support of the channel is truly, truly appreciated. As we get into the cinematics, I hope you enjoy the beautiful scenery of the city, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Cheers, everybody.